I want to direct your attention to March 25th of 2023, a Saturday. Were you in the same position with the Marion County Sheriff's Office on that date?
No, I was not.
What position were you in then?
I was a patrol deputy.
And on that date, did you respond to an apartment in Citrus Park located at 1980 Southeast 40th Street Road, Unit C?
Yes, I did.
Is that in Marion County?
Yes, it is.
Approximately what time did you arrive?
Around 10:50 in the morning.
And why did you go there?
I was dispatched to conduct a well-being check.
Who requested a well-being check?
Herbert Swilley.
Did you speak with Herbert Swilley before you arrived at the apartment?
No, I did not.
What did you see when you arrived at the apartment?
Herbert Swilley was standing in the parking lot.
Okay. Outside of the apartment?
Yes.
All right. And did you speak with him when you first arrived?
Yes, I did.
All right. And what did he tell you?
He said that he hadn't been able to reach his husband, Timothy Smith, since the prior day, and that his Jeep had been parked at the apartment since the prior day, and he wanted us to conduct a well-being check.
So he said he hadn't been able to reach his husband, Tim, and the Jeep had been there since the prior day, which would have been Friday, March 24th.
Correct.
Now, was anybody else with him?
Yes.
And who was with him?
His landlord.
Okay. And I won't ask you his last name. What was his first name, Jack?
Yes, it
With
was.
a very long last name?
Yes.
All right. And did the defendant tell you why he had the landlord, Jack, with him?
Yes, to bring the key to the apartment.
All right. Did you obtain the key from the landlord, Jack?
Yes, I did.
All right. And then what did you do?
I went to the front door, checked the door handle. The door was locked.
Did you go by yourself?
Yes, I did.
All right. Go into. Now you said the door was locked. Was there a bottom lock and a deadbolt?
Yes.
Okay. Were they both locked?
No, just the bottom door handle. The deadbolt was unlocked.
All right. So did you knock on the door first?
Yes, I knocked, made announcements that notify anybody inside that the sheriff's office, that I was present, and then entered the apartment.
Okay. So you used the key to unlock the bottom lock?
Correct.
Okay. And describe what you found when you walked into the apartment.
So when I went into the apartment, just to give you a layout, to the left was like a little living area, some furniture, and then a kitchen area, and then bedrooms to the right. So when I entered that first bedroom to the right, I found Mr. Smith laying on the floor, deceased.
And what was he wearing?
Just a T-shirt and some shoes.
And you said he was deceased. How did you know he was deceased?
It was obvious from looking at him. His eyes and mouth were open, and I could see red marks on his neck, and there was no movement at all.
All right. And what did you do after you saw the body of Tim Smith?
I cleared the rest of the apartment, checked the other bedrooms and closets just to ensure there was no one else inside, and then secured the scene.
And was anybody else inside the apartment?
No, there was not.
Now, what happened after you went outside? Did the defendant ask you anything?
Yes, he did.
What did he ask you?
He asked if Mr. Smith was in there.
And how did you respond?
I told him yes.
And what did he say?
He asked if he was okay, and I told him no.
Now, did you tell the defendant a little bit later in the conversation that you were going to notify major crimes, or a sergeant would notify major crimes?
Yes, I did.
And did the defendant ask you why you were calling major crimes?
No, he did not.
Did the defendant ask you after you told him that Tim Smith was in the apartment and he was not okay? Did the defendant ask you what happened to him?
No, he did not.
He didn't ask you how you found his body?
No, he did not.
Did he ask you any question about how Tim was found inside the house?
No, he did not.
And how was his demeanor when you told him that Tim was inside and he was not okay?
There wasn't much reaction.
Now, did EMS arrive on the scene?
Yes, they did.
And what happened when they arrived?
They went in briefly. I made sure, told them not to touch anything or alter anything inside, so they went in briefly, observed him, and then left.
Because he was already deceased, there was nothing for them to do.
Correct.
Now, did you speak with the defendant and get an initial statement from him about the last time he saw Tim and the circumstances that caused him to ask for a well-being check?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And then later on, did you speak with the defendant a second time that morning to get a little bit more information?
Yes, I did.
Right. And in between the two times you talked to the defendant, were you doing other things like speaking to other witnesses and people on the scene?
Yes, I was.
Did you have a body-worn camera on during this time?
Yes, I did.
And did it record all of the conversations you had with the defendant that day?
Yes.
And did it also record the initial time you went into the apartment and found the body of Tim Smith?
Yes, it did.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes, ma'am.
going to show you what's been marked for identification as State's Exhibit D. I'm going to ask you to look at that. Do you recognize that?
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize that?
I previously reviewed it. It's the footage of my body-worn camera.
And did you date that and initial that?
Yes, I did.
And you said you previously watched it.
Correct.
Is it a fair and accurate depiction of portion of your body cam from the day March 25th, 2023?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, at this time we would move State's Exhibit D into evidence.
No
State's
objection.
Exhibit 4, I believe.
Without objection, states D will be in evidence of states number 4.
Now, did a friend of Tim Smith's arrive on the scene shortly after Tim's body was found?
Yes, a coworker.
All right. Was that Tammy Warner?
Yes, it was.
Did you speak with her also?
Briefly, yes.
And did you establish the apartment and the area around the apartment as a crime scene?
Yes, I did.
And how did you do that?
By posting crime scene tape.
That would be the yellow tape we would see.
Correct.
Now, did you notice a motion-activated security camera that was attached to the front of the apartment building of a neighboring apartment?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and which apartment was that?
Apartment A.
Okay. So Tim was found in apartment C. In apartment A, you saw a camera.
Correct.
Did you make contact with the person who lived in apartment A?
Yes, I did.
And what was his name?
Stuart Mitchell.
Sorry, what was his name?
Stuart Mitchell.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And did you ask Stuart Mitchell if he could pull up any footage from his surveillance camera?
Yes, I did.
And did he do that for you?
Yes, he did.
And were you able to view that footage?
Yes, I did.
And did you have Mr. Mitchell do anything with that video footage that he pulled up?
Yes, I had him send it in an email to Sergeant Simpson.
And that would then be forwarded to Detective Pinder, the main detective on the case.
Correct.
And did other officers from the sheriff's office arrive on the scene,
Yes.
including forensic crime scene technicians and detectives?
Yes.
And what was your role from that point on
Maintain security.
of the crime scene?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time I would ask to publish State's Exhibit 4.
Approach.
Called in because my other half haven't seen since late Thursday night when we went to bed. He didn't show up for work yesterday. They've called, they've texted. Everybody's called and texted. We don't actually live here. This is his secondary apartment that he uses for his massage studio and other stuff. But his Jeep's been here, the girl's now saying, for almost 2 to 3 days. It hasn't moved. And we can't get a hold of them. We've called, y'all did a wellness check yesterday. They couldn't go in because I don't have a key, so they told me to get a hold of the landlord. He actually has a key. Okay. But they told us not to go in since I'm not legally on the lease or anything.
Okay.
So.
What's his name?
Timothy Floyd Smith. But it's not like him because normally he's the executive director at the Brookdale Shambrel Prank Castle, so he's very responsible about it. You know, that's his job. He does everything.
631.
And that's his wife.
There's cosmetics this way. You have, what is it, C?
Yep. Yeah.
Reference will be taken. Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's office, anyone in here? Sheriff's office. Sheriff's office.
Go ahead.
Cancel medics, signal 7.
10-4, signal 7.
You okay? So he's in there, he's not okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, Lord. Well, they would have been here last night if I hadn't given out the wrong phone number. I didn't give them Jack's phone number for the landlord because I have it in as Jack in Ocala with an L. So I thought it was Jack for landlord, and it's Jack of AA that we saw at our retreat. And I gave him that number, and he called me this morning and said, Herbie, I'm not Jack's landlord, so why are you calling me? And I'm like, oh my God, I said. So I've been scrolling through it. It took me 45 minutes to find his number, and I had to find it via text. I've got to call Kevin. Kevin's the only.
When's the last time you saw him?
I went to bed on Thursday night, and I go to bed about 9:30. He finishes doing his medication. I would say about 11 I heard him get up. But that's not uncommon because he gets up and he'll go do Facebook posting for this stuff called Thrive, and he'll just relax and stuff. But I assumed he was still home, to be honest with you. I got up my regular time, 4:40. I went straight to the gym like I normally do, the Planet Fitness. I came home very quietly because if he's asleep, I try not to wake him because he doesn't have to be to work until 8 or 9. So I went in, took my shower. I left with my work trailer to go to work. I got back because I picked up all the materials, and before I went to the villages, I figured I'd stop back by the house because I had forgot to get a change of clothes. So I stopped back by the house real quick. I went in. The bed was unmade. He wasn't in the
You're
house.
saying stop by the house, not here.
No, my house, because we
Where's
don't live
that
here.
at?
We live at is our physical house. This is just his
Gotcha.
massage office, our playroom and stuff like that, because that's what this was set up for, so that way we could host parties occasionally, because we have a 20-year-old daughter and he didn't want to do it at home. And so when I went home, this was out of the garage on Thursday morning. before 8. This was not there, so I don't know when he left. And he wasn't there. So I went on to work, and at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I got a phone call from Tammy Warner at Brookdale and said that they have not seen Tim or heard from him. They've been texting all day. So that's when I told her about the apartment.
What time was that?
That was at around 4.
PM?
Yeah. So then I drove over here. I saw the Jeep here, so I knocked on the door and everything. And no answer, no nothing. I called the sheriff's department, and they told me not to go in since I'm not on the lease. So I went on and did that.
What? 4 o'clock. Let me interrupt you. 4 o'clock yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
you haven't seen him since Thursday?
Well, since I went to bed, because once I go to
Right.
sleep, I don't hear anything because I take a couple of sleeping pills and
Gotcha.
stuff. Because
So Thursday he was at the house on 26th Court.
yep,
Thursday morning.
he was not. Because when I went back there,
You mean Friday morning?
well, yeah, Friday. Sorry,
Okay.
Friday morning. Sorry, Friday morning. Yeah, getting
Okay.
confused because just kind of yeah, Friday morning,
Okay.
which would have been yesterday morning. And then
So-
this morning I've texted him several times. We've had everybody calling and texting him all day and everything.
What kind of? He usually has his phone. What kind of phone is it?
He has the same phone I do, except for the case is clear. It's a Samsung.
Okay.
And he also has a work phone. That I don't know the number to because that's a Brookdale phone. That's,
What's his phone number? Do you have his? You don't have his work number?
No, Tammy Warner is going to come by, so she would have it. I don't. He's never. That's something that we don't call on his work phone because it's a Brookdale phone, and everything I call for would be personal. So that's just the way we've always been for 15 years.
What was your name?
I'm Herbert, H-E-R-B-E-R-T, Swilley, S-W-I-L-L-E-Y.
What's your birthday?
It's 02/02/1968. We are legally married.
What's your phone number?
352.
And what was your name?
Jack Sharfsworth. It's 14 letters. S-C-H-A-R-F, S-C-H again, W-E-R-D-T.
What's your birthday? And phone number? And you don't live here, you're just a landlord?
Yeah, I own it, but yeah, I live across town.
Okay. What's a good address for you? These little pads are so hard to write on. Alright, so our major crimes detectives will probably have to come out and take over the investigation. Standard procedures.
Stay out here then.
Yeah, they're going to need to talk to you. They're going to ask you pretty much the same questions I asked, but they might ask a few more.
I know. My dad's a retired deputy sheriff from Washington County. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how come I knew that I had to do certain steps because I had done it once where I had a tenant that was mine and I went into the apartment and I almost ended up in jail for because they weren't there.
Yeah.
And I ended up having to go in. They found out, and it's like it's just it's a very tough area to be in.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out until they get here. So if you have any questions or
I'll
anything,
just stay here. Then I'm gonna call I'm gonna call my sponsor and stuff.
Okay.
He's my best friend too.
okay. But we have
I have some-
our advocates that are available. If you need someone to talk to you about resources that are available and everything, I can have one of them come out and talk to you if you'd like.
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Because this will be difficult. Because
Yeah.
we have a daughter too, and
I got you. Yeah.
so
I'm gonna pull my car up right.
that's fine. That's why I pulled over there, and I used to bring my truck.
Yeah.
I have a trailer.
Oh, okay.
And And then is this the part where you went and talked to some other people, and then you talked to the defendant again a little bit later?
Correct.
Is this primarily his place? Is that why you didn't have a key?
This is not a primary residence.
No, I mean,
No,
His-
I have a key, but my daughter thinks he took it off the key ring at the beginning of the week because when he goes and plays, he wants the key, so that way he's not over here using it. So I have a key, but I think it's with his stuff here.
okay,
Because when he goes and plays during the week, he takes the key
gotcha.
because he doesn't want me interrupting. And his thing to me tells me I'm doing a massage. So I know what it means, and I let it go, and, you know, at least the daughter thinks he may have taken the key off the key ring. Otherwise, I lost them because they're supposed to be on a key ring like this. Yeah, it's supposed to be on this, and this piece is not in my key. So this whole assembly on my other truck key, this is gone with my keys. So, but she doesn't know for sure. She just thinks he may have gotten it, or I may have lost it.
If there's three of them missing,
But took the whole assembly. And that would have been, like Tuesday. Because we don't use keys for the house. We have digital remotes for everything. And we have power gate openers and stuff, so I wouldn't even know where to look for my house key to find it. Somewhere in one of the drawers, I do know that. 'Cause that's what we've done with them.
How often does he come over here, and does he stay the night? Does he
No.
never
That's the
stays the
thing,
night?
He never stays the night. Well, he's only stayed 2 nights that I know of. That's it.
How long? Like,
2 nights were, one was a couple of weeks ago, and then one was right after we finished the place. He stayed 1 night that I know of.
so in the last month he stayed 2 nights.
Yeah. I'd say in the last month easily. But he never leaves like very many clothes here. He only leaves the
What was he wearing last time you saw him?
a pair of blue jeans. I don't remember the shirt. I know it's an Affliction shirt probably. It's either that or an American Eagle, I can't remember. And he usually wears either boots or hay boots. And since it was in the evening, I knew he'd be getting ready for bed, so he'd be changing into something else. But then at that point, he would wear like fitness type pants at night to sleep in, and just a t-shirt. But when he walks around the house and everything, or anywhere he walks, he won't walk barefooted.
Do you know of anyone else that came over here? That
I don't know who they are when he brings anybody over or anything like that. They're all on his either Adam for Adam account or his Grinder, Growler, stuff like that is what he uses. Same thing I have. I was over here last Saturday with somebody that I know, and he didn't want to play or anything, so Tim went and did a motorcycle ride. So I was over here last Saturday, and that's how when I knew I had my key, because I was over here last Saturday during the day.
what's is it his daughter?
It's my daughter.
Your daughter? What's her name? Does she live with y'all?
Yes.
What's her name?
Jordan. Jordan. Swilley. Swilley.
Is it 28th Court?
Yeah. No, 26th court.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
The
5388.
phone number is 35. And she should be right now. I'm not sure how many hours she's working at her new job.
Yes. Yeah.
No, she quit Laredo. She got tired of Laredo's because somebody offered her some marijuana and some pot and stuff, and she just was tired of all that drama in her restaurant because she doesn't.
And you
do
said
that.
he didn't use anything?
No, we both quit drinking and stuff. Like I said, I've got 3 years, January 5th. He's got it August 13th. Would have been 3 years.
Okay.
I mean, so it's past 3 years now. hasn't it? Yeah, because it was the 2019 in August when he decided to quit drinking, and then I quit after that.
Okay.
Because we were drinking way too much.
I got you. Is the keys to the Jeep on a lanyard or anything?
They're usually in a black bag that he keeps on his shoulder, and it just goes in there because it works on a fob.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't keep them in his pocket.
Okay. So he just holds the bag and pushes the button.
Well, he holds the bag and he just touches it, and
Yeah.
I can tell you now, he won't even keep a key in his pocket hardly at all. He barely keeps them at work in his pocket. He puts them down on the desk. That's one of the things that always bugged me. It's like, when we go places, you can carry your key.
Yeah.
I have carry the black bag. Always has a black bag that has everything in it.
Okay.
And I know for a fact his gun is not in the black bag because it's sitting on the dresser at the house.
Okay.
That I know for a fact.
Alrighty.
Me and the daughter came over, knocked on the door last night. I took that gun out because that was my gun.
So the Jeep was unlocked?
No, the Jeep was locked. I came last night with my key. I have a set of keys at home for it.
Gotcha.
I just didn't bring them now because
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. But we came last night just because Candy made a point to me, not you. Friend Candy said, she says, do you have a gun in the Jeep or anything? I said, yes. She said, well, you shouldn't leave it there unsecured because it's in your name. So we came by last night. We even beat on the door after the officer just to see if we could get a hold of it one more time, and we got nothing. But I put that gun on the dining room table just so it wasn't here.
What time were y'all here?
It was probably around 9-ish.
Okay.
Or actually had to be before 9. Because I know we got back home just before 9.
Okay.
So I can probably kind of give you a better time.
Yeah, that's fine. I just approximate. That's fine.
Sometimes I know where I was at and who I was calling at the time. Is how
No, I got you. No, that's fine.
I don't have any other questions, thank you.